Hello everyone, welcome to Automation E2E. In this video, we are going to learn how to perform drag and drop action using Selenium's Actions Class. In the previous video, we covered the basics of Action Class. If you haven't watched it, I've added the link in the iCard above. You can check it out later. In this part 2, we'll focus completely on drag and drop automation in Selenium. We'll explore 3 different ways provided by the Actions Class to achieve drag and drop. So, without any further delay, let's dive in and see how the first method works in practice. Okay, to demonstrate this, let me take you to app.diagram site. So this site has many use cases wherein you have to drag and drop certain elements. Like you can take this rectangle and you can drop it here. So basically this would be our source and this dashboard would be our target element. Now to demonstrate it, let's copy the XPath of this particular triangle. Right click, copy XPath and paste it here. Similarly, let me copy the XPath of the target. So this is the target. Yep. So let me copy the XPath for this as well and paste it here. Great. Now we have the source and we have the target. So we'll be performing drag and drop using the first method that we saw. For that, let me create an object of actions class. Actions is equal to new actions driver, and here I'll do actions dot. So as you can see, we're going to use this method drag and drop, and we'll provide the source and target here. So we'll be doing driver dot find element by source, driver dot find element by target, and at the end we'll be doing perform here. All right, so this will basically mimic the action that we just did. Let me perform a thread.sleep as well so that you can see the execution. The site's open and you can see that the drag and drop was performed, and as you can see, it has placed at a random location on the target element. So that's how this drag and drop method works. Now let's say you have a use case wherein you want to place this rectangle on at a particular position. Let's say here. So in that case, Selenium's Actions class has also given another method wherein you can specify the X and Y offset by which you want to move this particular element. So let's see, if you want to move it to the right, you can specify that many number of pixels. So from this particular position, it will move this rectangle to that many pixels. And if you give the Y offset, it'll move it either up or either down depending upon the value that you have given it. So basically, if you have given a positive value, it'll move it down. If you have given a negative value, it'll move it up. So let me just remove this, or wait, I'll just keep it as a reference. So this will be the default. And if I have to move it by some offset, I'll do dragAndDrop.by, driver.find element and source, and we'll be giving an offset of, let's say, 500, and then 0.perform. Okay, so this will move it 500 pixels to the right. And since we have not given a Y offset, I'll just keep it in that particular line itself. Okay, the site's open, and as you can see, this is the first drag and drop and this is the second drag and drop. So this was the default one, and this is where it has just moved by 500 pixels to the right. Now, in case you want to move it down, I'll just copy paste this again, and to move it down, you have to give a positive offset here, and in case you want to move it up, you have to give a negative offset in the Y position. So positive offset will take it down, the negative offset will take it up. And similarly, if we give X offset as positive, it'll take it to the right. If you get it negative, it'll take it to the left. So let's run this program and see this code in action. So as you can see, the first one went down, the second one went up, and this is the default one. So that's how you can perform a drag and drop to a particular position, or when you have a particular offset of pixels in your mind. Now, let's say both this method that we just saw are not working for you. In this, there is one more way in which you can perform drag and drop. In that case, what we'll have to do is we'll have to go to this element and use click and hold, which will basically click and hold this element. Once you click and hold, you'll have to use the moveToElement method so that the cursor is moved to the target element. And once you're at the target element, you'll have to release it. So let's see this method in action. So let me remove this code. And as we discussed, we'll first have to click and hold the source element in this case. So I'll do driver find element by source, and then we'll have to do a move to element action. In this case, we'll have to move to the target element. Now, since we have clicked and hold it, we'll also have to release it. So we can do simply release in this case, and here we'll also have to do a perform so that all these actions are built and performed. So this is a simple way wherein you can achieve drag and drop actions if the other two methods didn't work for you. Let me run this and see the code in action. The browser is open, and there you go. It has dragged and dropped that particular element, and in this case it will work as the default drag and drop operation of actions class, wherein it will place it to a default position. Let's say you don't want to place it on the default place and you want to place it to the left or to the right or up or down. Let's see how that can be done using this way. So to move that element from the default place in the moveToElements method, you can provide the offset like we did earlier. Let's say in this case I'll provide -200. So basically what this will do is it'll move the source element from the default value to 200 pixels to the left, and this will move it 200 pixels to the down. So to understand it better, let me first perform the default drag and drop source and the target. So first it'll move one rectangle to the default place, and then we'll see how this offset works. So as you can see, this is the default place, and then it has moved the element 200 pixels to the left and 200 pixels to the down. So unlike the drag and drop by, wherein it moved it from the source element, in this manual method, it will consider the default position to be the target element's position. And from here, it will move whatever pixels we have provided to it. So that's the only difference here. So these are the three ways in which you can perform drag and drop options using Actions class in Selenium. If you have any doubts in this, do post those in comments below. That's it from this tutorial. In the next tutorial, you'll learn how to take screenshot using Selenium. If you find this video helpful, do like the video and subscribe to the channel. It's a small click for you, but it really helps the channel grow. Thank you so much for watching.